Scotland under-17s return to the European Championships for their 6th time, and ahead of the team jetting off to Israel for the tournament, I'm delighted to welcome a few special guests today. The man to my left, Si Ferry, doesn't need much of an introduction. Former Scotland youth team player, now a manager of football.
Exceptional youth team player.
Exceptional youth team player, sorry. And similarly on the far side, Aidan McIlDuff, a former Scotland youth team player himself, and now part of the backroom staff for Brian McLaughlin's squad. Aidan now in the kit team, and looking forward to jetting off.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a good experience for the boys and good to get a bit of sun on our back.
Absolutely, and there's a bit of a relationship across here that we'll get to in a minute. And the man to my immediate right, Charlie McArthur, this captain of the squad.
Tremendous, man.
Let's give it go on. But yes, on that note, nominated by your fellow players, that must be a bit of a special one, Charlie.
I wouldn't really say nominated, it was just we come together every camp, choose 3 captains, and then me, Dylan Reid, and usually Ben Doak put ourselves forward.
Yep.
But then this time, obviously Doak's not going to be there, so we need another member, so we need to see what happens.
Do you think you only got it because Ben Doak's not there? Do you think you would have been the captain of
Nah.
That would have been you, right?
Always going to be you. He's good at this media stuff though, isn't he, already?
Yes, mate, natural.
You've got to practice.
He's not got a face for it, but it's alright.
Face for radio.
Aidan, over to you, mate. What's the bit of backstory between you and Si here? Former teammates, of course.
Yeah, former teammates at Peterhead, so it was maybe
4 years ago, mate.
4 years ago, so I've got a bit of background with the party bus. I would say.
The party bus was good, mate.
I created the party bus just to plug my phone in, put the tunes on for the boys.
He was a DJ, that's right. Mate, I was the biggest one for the party bus as well. I was like, everyone get their clothes off, get drinks. So as soon as I started coaching, I was like, that party bus is finished. That party bus is finished. No, but they were good times, weren't they? We had a good group of boys up at Peterhead at that time. Aidan was great.
Is the party bus still on?
No, it's done, mate. No,
is it?
No.
That's because you screwed it up.
They're not even allowed to talk on the bus after we get beaten. Do not talk. Then I want to hear anything for you.
What was the atmosphere like amongst the squad? Obviously on the back of qualifying, that must have been special.
We're a good group, to be fair. Everyone's kind of gelled together really quickly, so they have. So it's been good.
Si, talk to me about your experience in the youth teams and going to the championships as a young player.
Loved it, mate. Honestly, absolutely loved it. Our squad was full of characters. But then obviously we had some great players. Stephen Fletcher was exceptional at that age. Yeah. I always said that. I think Fletch was the best I'd played with at that age. Yeah. Just had such an inner belief in himself. And then he backed it up on the pitch. Guys like Snoddy, Dorans, Lee Wallace was a Rolls Royce. And just really good boys, mate. But as soon as we went on to play on the pitch, it was time to get serious. And again, Archie Gemmell was brilliant with us as well.
Charlie, obviously the season you've had with Kilmarnock, it's been pretty special. You were talking about the awards ceremony that you were at and having to speak in front of a big crowd. But to go from the season you've had at club level and now going into these championships is a special time for you.
I know, buzzing for it, to be fair. Buzzing. Especially a group, we've got a good group, but I still feel we are strong enough, one of the teams to go through.
Yeah. Is that instilled in you from Brian and the coaching staff?
Oh, definitely. Just every game we want to win as well. Straight, any team, any game, just want to go in and win it.
See, this is the best time to see your age. You should really enjoy it because see, when first team football comes, you start to worry about crowds. You start to worry about staff losing their jobs. Whereas at that age, mate, you're just going out and playing, aren't you? Of course. And that's why I always think at that age, go out there and just express yourself. If you get the ball away, who cares, mate? Go and get it back and go and show people how good a player you are. Because when it comes to that first team level, there's 1,000 worries going through your head when you step on the pitch at that age. It's just all about going and playing and enjoying it.
There's obviously a hell of a lot of pressure on someone in your role as well. There's a lot of work that goes into it that people don't see.
There's a hell of a lot of work going on in the background, and maybe the boys don't notice as much.
I bet you they don't.
When you're away, it's constant. Honestly, it's 24 hours you're in that kit room just to make sure.
That's rubbish, man. Is it 2 hours what? 24 hours what? What's so after the kids wash? What's that?
I sleep in the hamper and everything.
Oh, you're joking, mate.
No, it's constant to make sure the players have got everything they need and staff as well. So.
See it everywhere, how big a personality and role that the kit man is for any team. Like it's a big role out with just the part that we're talking about, cleaning the boots and getting the kit washed.
No, I think kitmen and physios are like the life and soul of the club, aren't they? Usually kitmen are the guys that have been there for years. And again, the brilliance of Archie Gemmell, when we were on that run, I remember we had to beat France to get to the Euros. Yeah. And it was Benzema and Nasri up front for them. I know, crazy to think. Just wanted to drop that in there because I knew it was going to be. There it is. I'm marked Nasri at the game, but anyway, we'll not go back into that. But anyway, I can't wait to hear his speech in the first game.
I know. Have you got a few stories like that lined up that if you're put under pressure by Brian, that you have to turn around and entertain the lads?
I'm expecting a good team talk now from you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There you go. Look,
First
look,
game.
the skipper said it. The skipper
Go out
said
and
it.
play and enjoy the freedom and enjoy it.
Yeah, totally.
Even this tournament, though, sorry to interrupt, but
No.
like this is sometimes as a springboard for players to go on, because I think of that Spain team that we played in the final, PK and Mata.
Oh, I did have those names.
And everyone was talking about them at that tournament, though. There was a big expectancy on them, and they went and delivered in that.
Yeah.
And I think after they went and delivered in that tournament, they were put straight into their first teams.
Yeah.
So I think managers will watch and see, can these guys compete at this sort of level?
Yeah.
Right, let's get them in then. I think we went and played friendlies somewhere in Heat for a week. Maybe played 2 or 3 friendlies somewhere to get ready, and then we flew over to Portugal, but again, Poland, sorry, but again that was roasting.
Yeah.
And we watched Spain. I think Spain played the first game, and then we were on after them the next day maybe, and we watched them, and mate, there wasn't a bead of sweat on them. I'm talking 90 degrees. PK Mata, do not sweat, mate. PK, big 6'5", gorgeous, mate, not a bead of sweat on him. Big Gary Kenny went out the next day, he was absolutely drenched after a minute, mate. So that showed you how tough it was. But no, again, stuff like that for me, again, is excuses. See, talk about whether the grass is too green, the sky's too blue. You're there to play football, whether it's raining, whether it's sunshine, get out there and do it.
It's the different types of teams you play as well. Scott Gemmell always talks about that, and the 21s manager, about how you're playing different nations that have a different approach to football, and you can learn so much as a young player from that. You're not going to get these experiences in domestic football, really.
No, this will be the best, I think, highest level I've played at so far in my career. So hopefully just keep that going, but I'm just going over there, take as much as I can from the tournament, especially playing against the top players, and then hopefully come back an even better player.
I go out there believing you can win, mate, 100%. Don't go out there just happy to take part in it. Go out there with a belief that you can go and take these guys on, because I'll be totally honest with you, I don't think they are as good as what you think they are. I always think of these players that, oh, they're amazing, but see when you actually go and play against them, in your head, of course it is. See if you go and do what you've done all season, maybe with your club and what you've done as a group, and you stick to that, get a game plan, stick to it, and go play at your full potential, you're more than capable of going and taking these guys on.
Absolutely. Well, let's hope so. Best of luck, Charlie.
Thank you. Cheers.
Aidan, Si, thanks very much for joining me, guys. And let's hope that Brian McLaughlin and his team can go out there and do us proud in Israel next week.